All right, I guess.
Wolf Tick Nation. My head's cut off. Top of my, they got to see the hair.
I don't think it is. You got like that much.
All the black hair.
It's like
we see it's focused.
From the top, it's that much.
All the black hair, but right here on the chin is blacked out.
Dark hair.
Just knock it up at squash.
Okay, see, I could feel it.
Keep it recording.
I felt the tension.
Because if I get on my tippy toes, you know, it's over.
Yeah, because you know you walk around your tippy toes all the time.
They got to see the money maker.
You're kind of like a fairy.
They got to see the money maker.
On the tippy toes.
Fairy?
I mean, wow, dude, this is bad. This is a whole new level of diva right here.
You're gonna need the elbow pad.
Wolf Tick Nation, thank you guys for tuning into once again another Wolf Tick Videos episode. You're probably wondering, there's a slight echo, there's a black background. Where are they?
Music, there's sounds in the background.
Guys, we are at my workplace. We're in my office. This right here.
You do realize I have a job here too.
This right here is my office, all right? This is my kids' grappling room. A Wolfman puts a little session in on here on some nights where we get down and dirty.
I also deal with all the parents. While you're in here.
Okay, yeah, very good. You do.
Well, I think sometimes you forget that.
You do.
One of these days we need to switch and see how you like that.
Oh, should have done today. I just got done doing some private lessons. Anyway, guys, we are in Little Rock, Arkansas at Westside MMA. This is a gym that we both work at, and happy to be here. Just got done doing privates all day, got a workout in, and thought, you know what? We might as well. We got the stuff in the back of the truck. Let's do a little bit of initial impressions on a new bike that we got. Some of you guys have seen this bike. The really cool thing about this bike, the Concord Envoy back here.
Well, they've seen it if they watched the episode where we went to Walmart in Elk City.
The very cool thing about this bike, guys, is the price. All right, but not only that, the price that we got it for. This thing.
There's the price, and then there's the price we got it for.
This bike right now, okay, is $128. You guys can check the affiliate links out in the description.
I don't feel it's that bad.
I don't think it is either.
Yet. I mean, we haven't rode it yet.
But we got this thing because it had a little bit of scratches down here. I was like, hey, can we get some clearance off? I told Wolfman, you know, let's get under $100. Guys, $76 is what we paid for this bike on clearance.
76 or 79 or 78?
At Walmart in Elk City, Oklahoma. Freaking amazing. We're going to be doing initial impressions on today's episode. All right, we're going to be talking about this bike, speccing it out. There's, for some crazy reason, a bunch of information on this bike on the internet, especially Walmart site. And you buy a $500 bike, they won't even give you half the measurements. So it's pretty cool that a bike that's $128, they give you a pretty good list of stuff. So we're going to be speccing this thing out. We're going to be talking about it, positives, negatives, weighing this bike, who this bike is for. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff with this thing. Super simplistic.
And all of it's going to be guesses from us because we really don't know.
Yeah, really don't know. But all right, guys, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's check out the brand new Concord Envoy. All right, guys, well, here we go. Here she is, the Concord Envoy. $128 brand new. You guys can check out the film links in the description below. We got this thing for $76. Heck of a deal. What are you doing?
I'm adjusting a few things. I'm giving you a little more depth of field, and I'm taking the fixing the highlights a little bit. You'll be more highlighted, but I didn't know you were going to be in the video right there.
Didn't know it was going to be in the video.
No, I didn't know it was going to still. I thought you were going to start like showing things and talk about it. I didn't know you were going to stand there with it still in that spot.
Oh.
It's all right. It'd be fine.
All right, guys. So the interesting thing about this bike, all right, it's super simplistic, as you guys can see. Super simple. And that was something that really drew me to it. And the other thing is when we looked at that, I looked at Wolfman and said, you got to be kidding me. He's like, what? And I said, this thing has 2 sprockets, 2 freewheels. And I started freaking out, and I was like, oh my gosh. And somebody in the comments was like, man, it's the Tick's first time he's ever seen a FIXIE.
Well, I noticed, I said, hey, this one's fixed. Like, this one doesn't ratchet, doesn't spin, doesn't do nothing.
That's the crazy thing about it. It doesn't ratchet, it's fixed to the hub. We'll get you guys some close-ups of that. So it's a FIXIE, or what they call a rear, it's a flip-flop hub or something like that.
Well, it's both.
Now, it's both. So literally, guys, you're going to take this wheel off, flip it around, put it back on there. So basically, whatever ratio, it'd be a 1-to-1 ratio, I guess, right? With the crank arms or something like.
Well, it's not a 1-to-1 because the gearing.
It's just interesting. You could probably go ride this thing backwards. My question, and we're going to get into the gearing. You could ride it backwards. My question is.
That's got me wondering all kinds of stuff.
Is why? Well, why would you want that? I don't know. Why would you want to not be able to coast? Apparently, because obviously we can backpedal here.
Yeah.
And we can coast or just keep our feet kind of kicked on there. We're going downhill. But the other way, you're having to move your feet, which is kind of scary. I don't know. It's just very interesting. We're going to be talking about this.
Well, we used to do that when I was a kid. We you know, with the old coaster brakes, we'd pull the bolt off so it would spin and do all that, and it would lock up, and then the pedals would go forward or backward and turn the hub. So, I mean, like, we kind of did that accidentally back in the day.
I just don't know why.
I never knew it to be that big of a thing. I may have seen a bike that did that before or not, but it was never, to me, it was never a thing.
Okay, so before we get
Apparently
started,
it is.
there's something I want to mention about that. Before we do, we're going to do a magnet test here, okay? Because this is a
Totally
steel bike.
disregarded me.
I don't know about all that. Steel bike, steel frame. The frame is going to be steel. I got my magnet here, okay? The fork, rigid fork, is going to be steel. The handlebars, those are steel. We're going to be weighing this bike too. The stem is actually aluminum. The seat post tube is going to be steel. All right, the crankset is going to be steel. This free wheel back there is going to be steel. Let's see, the crank arms are going to be steel. The pedals are
Aren't you
plastic.
supposed to talk about the measurements and numbers first?
No, we always did magnet test first.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it's all steel pretty much, all right? We are going to be weighing this thing.
The real deal steel?
It's the real deal steel. I honestly don't think that this bike is going to weigh that much. It doesn't really feel all that heavy. I can't wait to ride this thing and just feel how sturdy it is. It
Steel
feels like
doesn't necessarily mean really heavy.
Yeah, it just feels like it's very well put together. And something also interesting is although this bike is distributed by Walmart, it was made in India. Interesting, right? Yeah, so it's made in India.
But I believe this bike was Hecho.
Hecho and India, yeah, I think is what it said on the tag. But let's go ahead and talk about the group set because I want to get this whole flip-flop rear hub sprocket thing situated. Okay, this is what's weird to me. So the crank set up here, we have a 48 tooth crank. All right, 48 tooth. Now it's a 1x, so
The
chain ring. All right, the rear sprocket back here, the freewheel, this one is 16 tooth. Now you
both
tell
sides,
me,
right?
yeah, well, you tell me why in the world is the other side a 16 tooth?
You'd think they would take an advantage of it. They're going to run two different ones.
It's like my
Let's get two
brain,
different gears.
this is the first time we looked at it. My brain is going, oh yeah, that's awesome. So if I'm riding in the city, there's a lot of ups and downs, maybe more downs. I'm gonna run the 16 tooth side because I can coast down these. And if there's a lot of climbing, then great. I'm just gonna flip that wheel around and get better gearing. But it's not like it's a 12 tooth or a 10 tooth. It's another 16. So we got 16 and 16.
Well, you would want it to be a little bigger if you wanted easier climbing. But the thing is, though, the
I'm
problem...
not good with all that.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Well, you just got the same 12 tooth and this.
I know.
and
I'm saying I'm not good with all that. We know that I'm not good with math. But
okay.
go ahead.
Good. Are you a little hangry?
I'm a little hangry. Go ahead.
I'm up a head left.
Need to eat.
So my thing with what you're saying though is one thing you got to consider: the chain length. You can't change the size of the chain.
Oh, well, no, you can because you have adjusters back here. I mean, look how much room you have to kick it back.
That gives you what, a tooth?
That's a
or
good
two?
point. That's a good point. That's a good point. You do have some adjustment back here to tighten up the chain, which I think we're going to have to do because look, there's no movement on that chain. I think it's too tight. We're going to have to take a little bit
When
loose
you
off
said
there.
tighten, I was like,
We're going to have to loosen the chain or loosen that rear wheel. So that's the crank set.
well,
That's
we're going to flip that puppy.
That's the
believe you
group
me.
set. We have 170 millimeter crank arms, and something I like about them is they're aluminum, right, or magnesium, whichever they may be. We just know that they're not steel. They're not magnetic. The interesting thing is they put these plastic covers on there to kind of help out with like the looks and the aesthetics, and I like that. This bike's $128. It's cool that they put just a little extra touch in there, okay? I appreciate it. Some people might be hating,
There's some things that are just really different about this bike.
just very different. Let's talk about the handlebars, for instance. And it's like, not only did they give us a really cool paint job, this is called silver gray, okay? But they gave us some awesome rubber grips, and they gave us a really cool looking saddle. And the grips, and the reason I say they're awesome is because they're leather colored and they match.
I'm glad you clarified.
There
I was
you
sitting
go.
there thinking awesome rubber grips.
Needed these really awesome, sweet, rad grips. But anyway, they're leather. And it just breaks up the look, you know? I mean, they're rubber, but it just has that leather look to it. These bars are 540 millimeters wide. They are very narrow. But that is all put together with a 4-bolt stem that's 80 millimeters long. And it's aluminum, you know, so we save a little bit of weight there. The other cool thing is this is a threadless headset, and we've got a Nico headset on this thing with a Nico stem cap. So that's kind of one of those brands that we actually bought some bottom brackets and stuff like that for, and we know that's not necessarily the cheapest of the cheap. It's kind of cool that there's some name brand stuff on this bike. At least that. I think that's about where it ends, all right? So that's going to be the bar area.
Whatever brand.
Yeah, the other interesting thing, guys, is this bike, it's got flat old rim brakes. You know, this ain't trying to be flashy. We're not trying to put discs on this thing. It's $130, and we've got Sparky brakes. I haven't used a rim brake bike in I don't know how long. It's
I
been
think
since I've been a little kid.
I'm going to predict now that you are not going to be so against them as you've always thought you would be.
Oh, you're
There's
probably
some
right.
benefit to them.
You're probably right. I mean, I was hating on the mechanical brakes until people started sending us mechanical brake kits, and it was like,
you know
dude.
who? Matter of fact, we owe a shout out to.
Oh, LeBron Photo.
Not.com.
Man, bought us some coffees. Thank you so
12
much,
cups of
LeBron. Yeah, a bunch of cups of coffee. We'll put that up on the screen, show you some love. Thank you for showing us some love. He said, spend it on anything. Appreciate that so much. But LeBron a while back sent us some 4-piston mechanical zoom brakes that had just 4 little piston actions. And it's like, man, those things are really nice. So I try to trash talk non-hydraulic brakes, but I'm not going to trash talk these guys until we know exactly what we're getting into.
The tick has grown just a little bit, it feels like.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about the wheel set. The wheel set is really cool looking too. We have a really neat looking, like, I don't know, I'm guessing that's going to be aluminum. They have like routed or etched in, what would you call that?
It is.
I'm going blank on the word.
It's definitely rough. It's
they've basically machined. Yeah, they've machined lips into there. For one, I guess to get a little bit better traction with the rim brake, but two, just again aesthetically, it really adds to the look and it breaks up the wheel set. It's not just boring, but it's a 700C wheel set and it's a 36 spoke and it's Schrader drilled. I love all of the spokes on this bike. Again, you may think I'm crazy, but I think it really adds to the look of this thing. Like, I honestly can't believe that this bike's $130. I would think
128.
128.
It's under 130.
And we'll talk about the positives, negatives, and who this bike is for. Like, it's a really cool bike, man. Just the weird funkiness of it. I don't know.
The weird funky is $128 worth for sure.
Yeah, we've got threaded axles on here, and the tires are going to be Hartex road tires. That's going to be an 80 by 1.10. I don't know. I mean,
all this being said, you might ride it and absolutely hate it.
I might hate it, yeah.
But it's $128 worth of fun so far.
Yeah, and with an 18-inch frame, I'm really curious how the standover is going to be, you know, because that's one thing.
Did you measure the frame already?
No, I haven't measured the frame.
Where was I at?
That was listed on the site, 18-inch frame.
Oh, you're becoming one of those guys, those other YouTube channels that just take the site's word for it.
18.5-inch frame.
Oh.
All right, 18.5-inch.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll
do a standover.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a standover, but like kind of, haven't really ridden a lot of road, but I do have a road bike that, well, maybe I have ridden a lot of road back in the day before we started doing a lot of mountain biking. And one thing I can say is one of the things that's favored about when I go on a road bike is stopping and sitting down to bench, or stopping, kind of walking my bike around and getting to check out the sights. And from personal experience, I like a bike that has really good standover on a road bike to be able to do those things. Stop whenever you want to stop and get off it, especially the positioning of the drop bars on those,
You mean you
right?
prefer not to rack yourself every time you want to stop?
Yeah, I know this is a flat bar, but I'm just curious if it's going to be comfortable to get on and off, because that's a thing. Oh, Big Sister Brandon knows that's totally a thing. Comfort of getting on and off your bike's a big deal. So we've got the brakes, we got the wheel set, we got the tires, the seat post tube. This guy, definitely a steel frame, super rusty.
Been out in the rain a little bit.
Yeah, this here is going to be a 25.4 millimeter seat post tube. Not sure on the length, but look how cool that saddle is. You know, well done, Concord. I am just a fan. And we have a what was that called? The little, not necessarily a quick clamp style on there. It's like a fixed clamp.
A bolt clamp style.
Bolt clamp style on there. Again, kind of cool that you can just set it and forget it, as opposed to those damn quick release ones. It seems like every Walmart bike that has one of those, you got to upgrade it, because those things just do not stay.
Well, yeah, you're not going to be adjusting this one left and right. So.
Yeah, but guys, let's go ahead and do the standover on this bike, and then we're going to weigh it. I want to figure out, see what everybody thinks it's going to weigh.
pluses and minuses, pros and cons, and who it's for.
Yeah, super simple bike. It's funny because a lot of times when we do these videos, man, with mountain bikes, you have so much things to point out and talk about. This thing here,
I don't know, you've mentioned quite a
frame.
bit. I'm gonna have to say, you've gone down for being such a simple bike. You found a lot of things to mention.
yeah, it's just, I like it. Let us know in the comments if you like it, if you'd buy it for that
And what
price.
would you do with it? What is a FIXIE for?
This is what I would do with it. I mean, I want to get this bike, right? We already have it, but I want to get this bike, and I want a bunch of people in the Wolf Stick Nation to use our affiliate link, all right? Buy this bike and just like paint it a different color, throw some craziness at it. That would be neat to have this kind of group and then meet up one day and just do a ride around the city on this bike. You know, I think that's what we should do with it. Like, I think that would be really cool.
It looks so good.
You know, maybe whoever can make it to Little Rock will do a Little Rock River ride. It's 26 miles and just film and enjoy this thing. But anyway, guys, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
That was a different episode.
Let's check the standover. Listed.
Hang on, I'm recording.
You ready for the standover?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Listed as an 18-inch frame, but it's 18 and a half.
That's what we're going with.
I'm 5'5". All right. Barefoot, it's comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Raw mats, gotta be barefoot.
There ain't no inch of play, but it's comfortable. It's just fine. Let me sit on this thing real quick.
Let me go back to flat. So that way people can kind of get an idea.
Yeah.
5'5".
It's not bad.
All right.
You know, the cockpit is so small, and really these bars are so narrow. I really like it. You know what drives me nuts though? Is the decal on top is offset. You see this? It's offset to the side, decal. So it's not centered.
Let's get the tick view here.
You see that?
Oh.
That drives me nuts.
Oh.
That's gonna drive me nuts.
Oh, I do. See
look.
OCD kicking in.
God, they really should.
OCD kick. Well, we did get a big discount, so maybe
really
every time you look at it, go discount.
I'm gonna go like this. $76.
That's right.
All right, guys, let's weigh this thing. What do you think that bike's gonna weigh?
Oh, let me give it a lift. Oh, it's really not that bad. I'm going 31.
31?
Yeah, what are you going?
I thought it's really not that bad. You know what? I'm gonna go on a limb here.
What are you limbing?
I'm gonna say that this bike is going to be 29.
Okay. Make sure it's not touching.
Oh yeah. 28.35 pounds.
See, I was trying to be safe.
Heck
Give
yeah.
the UKers what they want.
Oh, the UKers. Let's see. 12.86 kilograms. All right.
Okay.
Cool. All right, guys. Well,
that's not bad.
No, the good news is it's I beat Wolfman with my weight guess because we are in the 20s. Not really the bad news, but I mean, we're not going to do a shift test on this thing. We ain't going to do a drop test because we ain't worried about any type of, chain stay
protection. It would
protection.
pass both of those, though.
Oh yeah, with flying colors. So I guess now we got the weight. We did everything on the Envoy. Even looking at that decal, show them the scratches real quick. This is why we got a discount on it.
This brakes actually feel pretty decent.
You see all that? Because they were.
Did we not show them the scratches already? I think we kind of did. Yeah, they're there. You can see them right there.
See them scratches, guys?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's not that bad. You just definitely played it.
Oh yeah, and the reason why is because at one point this thing was outside. Well,
it was outside. You can tell it's outside. The pedals have some bashing against other bikes. I mean, you can see a little bit of rust in the areas that hold water, like right there, and then the seat post too.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get this thing back up here. Let's go positives, negatives. Who this bike is for?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to start off with positives first because last time you threw us way off.
Okay.
Positives, the price.
Absolutely.
Number one, even at 128, I mean, we got it cheaper, but even at
$76 cheaper.
Yeah, even at $128, this is now it hasn't been ridden yet, but at 128, I think this is $128 worth of fun.
Oh, absolutely.
And then, because for 128 for a brand new bike with warranty, I mean, you get 90 days you can return it, right? You know what I mean? Okay, so that's number one. Number two, I think it looks really cool, the simplistic design. It's something refreshing for us. We're not used to this simple of a bike. There's something different with the reversible hub.
I can't wait to ride it and do the real-time review because it's going to be a mess.
Yeah, you're just gonna review it the way it is. We'll do a FIXIE on another episode.
I just don't know if you guys get the concept. Because look, when my feet are doing this,
do they get we don't get the concept.
Guys, when my feet are doing this, and say I'm like, I'm gonna coast. There's no coasting. The momentum of the bike will keep your feet moving.
You're like grandma on her
welded
thing.
on there. It's welded on there.
When she sits on the couch.
It's like an elliptical. You know how dangerous ellipticals are? It's like an elliptical.
Dude, I don't like ellipticals. Don't get me started. I think so. The looks are good. The price is good. I think things feel decent on it.
The bike feels pretty tight.
Pretty tight. It does. We'll see how it is when you ride it.
If it ain't tight, it ain't right.
Okay. I think that's. I'm going to leave some stuff. I'm going to leave some meat on the bone for you.
Okay, let me do it then. My positives are going to be: I love that I think it's a big step for a bike that is this price, and you guys know what I'm talking about. You've watched the channel, obviously. I think the positives are the accent colors. You know, the grips, the saddle, they're matching. We have the really cool engraved, machined wheels, and it just really adds to it. Although whatever you want to call it. Although the decal up top is a little sideways, right? I just think this bike is freaking sweet looking. I don't know about riding it yet. I think they did such a good job with the looks of this. We brought it to the gym. Everybody's asking about this bike.
Yeah, we've had a few people ask.
Pretty cool.
Is that all your positives?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, weight. Again, the weight's not bad.
It's a steel everything, pretty much.
Weight's not bad. I thought it was way a little heavier, so it feels light, feels solid. The solid feel always gives it a lighter feel, in my opinion. Anyway, okay, so I guess we'll go into some negatives. My negatives right off the bat. The stem style, I understand on a bike like this, it's not that big of a deal. I get it, but we're just so used to and familiar with the different type of head tube. So not stem, the head tube more than anything, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just concerned with the head tube style because of what we're used to.
Yeah, it's definitely out of our
comfort zone,
know-how, if you will. So if we want to go, hey, let's get a even this aspect. Hey, let's get a rigid fork for this thing. You know, why would we? But let's get another fork for this thing. Let's get a headset for it. Well, but you know, what do we look for? I don't know. So that is a little bit of a trip.
So we got to figure that out.
I think one of the negatives on it, and this is a free will, but there are conversions that you can do. It's hard to say given the price, but I would really have liked to have seen a quick release for the rear. If it's that cool of a feature,
that's a good point.
Flip-flop, flip-flop rear, fixed sprocket, FIXIE. And then give us a quick release so I can go ahead and do it.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, give me a quick release so I can.
That's one of the best ones you've had.
Yeah, you just give me a quick release so I can go ahead and swap this thing over during the real-time review. And now I'm gonna have to carry tools.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things.
I think I said that when we were in Walmart.
So that's another negative on it.
But I'm gonna give you credit.
But guys, for the price, it's sweet, man. Who's this bike for? This bike is for riders that are 5'4" to 6'2".
Well, that's who it's for. It's for people maybe that's on a really strict budget that need a little commuter bike. This would probably be a good commuter. I'm guessing, like something where you ride a lot of flat ground and you don't have to do a whole lot of climbing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna say that. I think it could be. This bike might be for a group of people, kind of like what you hinted at, that want to get into something really cheap.
And have
inexpensive,
fun doing it.
Have fun, and all be on the same playing field.
Hey, guys, let me know. Let me know if there's people out there seriously that would be interested in actually. I'm making a joke, but I'm serious. Like, if you're gonna want to buy this bike, check out the affiliate links in the description below. Have Walmart send it to you. There was a guy that was trying to get this bike and the Mongoose X26, and he says that my Walmarts don't carry it. I've looked, and this thing's in stock right now. So anyway, what I'm getting at is, let me know seriously if there's anybody in there that's watching the video, like a handful of people that want to buy this bike, maybe do whatever the heck they want to with it. Maybe we'll make rules, like, hey, you can't mess with the crankshaft, you can't mess with your gearing. But anything else goes or whatever. But I'd be interested in meeting up in Little Rock maybe this summer and doing a big group ride.
Meeting up, we might be able to figure some parameters. But I think the viewers' rides usage could be something too.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
we might have a whole segment of these on viewers' rides.
But like you said, we need to have everybody on the same playing field, riding the same bike.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool to ride like the River Trail, which is like a 26-mile paved trail.
Yeah, but there's stops all along the way. There's bars and stuff like that. But,
might be interesting.
Wolftick Nation, we appreciate you guys watching this episode. We're trying to change it up a little bit and kind of go all over and do different things. And I don't know. I can't wait to ride this bike tomorrow. We're going to be riding. I'm looking forward to riding this Concord Envoy. 28 pounds, $128. Check it out in the affiliate links in the description below. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Show your boy some love. LeBron Photo.
Not.com.
Thank you for the coffees.
Yes,
he's a patron as well. Guys, we
Yes.
will see you on the next episode.
Yeah.